There's a quiet kind of pain that comes with waking up every day and putting energy into something that doesn't light you up. A job that looks good on paper, pays the bills, maybe even earns respect from others, but deep down, it's not you. You tell yourself, I should be grateful. You tell yourself this is what being an adult is. But a small voice inside keeps whispering, this is not your path. And for the longest time, I ignored that voice. Like many people, I fell into a career I didn't actually choose. I just followed the safest option. I chose what felt responsible. I chased stability, not fulfillment. I went through the motions, did what was expected, and learned how to be successful in a life I didn't truly want. I told myself it was just a phase. That it was normal to feel this disconnected. That loving something like Counter-Strike or wanting to build a YouTube channel about it was just a hobby, not something I could actually pursue seriously. But the more time passed, the heavier it felt. The mental exhaustion didn't come from the work itself. It came from pretending, from showing up every day and being a version of myself that didn't quite fit. There's a unique type of burnout that happens when you're good at something you don't love. When people think you're thriving, but inside you feel like you're slowly disappearing. I played Counter-Strike for 20 years, as you might know. It's been there through all stages of my life. When I was broke, when I was building a family, when I was dealing with setbacks and mental struggles. It was my outlet, my passion, and in many ways a reflection of who I really am. And I realized I never felt more alive, more me than when I was creating content, talking about the game or connecting with the CS community. That's when the thought hit me. What if I actually try to make YouTube my career? Not as a side project, not as a one day maybe, but for real. The idea felt insane, risky, late. But it also felt like truth, like something I couldn't ignore anymore. Leaving the comfort of a career path you don't love is scary, even if it's slowly draining you. There's a strange safety in it. You know what to expect, you know how to fake it well enough, and stepping away means you'll have to face the fear of failure, and worse, the fear of what people will think. But the biggest shift for me wasn't logistical, it was internal. It was the moment I stopped seeing my dream as a fantasy and started treating it as a real direction. And that's kind of where I'm heading right now. I had to accept a truth I'd been avoiding. I'm not built for a safe life that ignores passion. I'm not wired to live out someone else's version of success. I'd rather struggle doing something that feels real than succeed in something that makes me feel hollow. A lot of people will tell you that giving up a stable career to chase your dream is irresponsible or immature. But I think acceptance, true acceptance of who you are, is the most mature thing you can do. Accepting that you're never going to feel at peace chasing money over meaning. Accepting that your happiness doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Accepting that your love for gaming, for content creation, for storytelling, it matters. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need millions of subs or sponsors out the gate. What you need is consistency, belief, and the courage to say, this is who I really am. Right now, I'm working toward building my YouTube channel around Counter-Strike. I'm creating content I care about, trying to help others improve, laugh, and feel like they're not alone in the CS journey. It's hard work, but it doesn't drain me the way my old career did. In fact, it fills me up. I don't know how long it will take. I don't have all the answers, and as you have seen, I'm not the best player yet, but I know I'm finally on the right path. My path. And that's worth everything. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not ungrateful. You're just out of alignment with the life you're supposed to be living. And it's never too late to change that. Whether it's gaming, music, art, writing, or something totally off the grid, you're allowed to choose joy over obligation. Not every passion has to become a career, but every person deserves to live a life that feels real. So here's to the dreamers, the late bloomers, the ones still figuring it out. You're not lost, you're just waking up. And I'm right here with you. See you in the next one.